So,
That's how my crazy mind works.
our next poet works with Danielle Gould, who created 2 photographs called The Night and Whole from his poem. Welcome up right now to the stage, Spillious, the ridiculous one, reading The Night with Lovely Sunsets.
All right, how are you guys doing? So it's a bit of a funny process, this whole thing for me, because we met a long time ago, as most of you who did it would know, but some people might not. And I brought this poem, which was I'd written a long time before that, and I gave it, and Danielle was really interested in the poem, and so she took it. And then I never had any contact with her until like 3 weeks ago. And she said, hey, I did this cool thing. So that's how the whole process started, which was kind of cool. And I was just happy that someone was inspired by what I did, because, you know, I figure it doesn't happen a whole lot. So, you know, it's kind of nice when it does. You know, that's kind of the way it is. So this is an older poem. It's not really very funny. It's not ridiculous, certainly. But here it is. Anyway, they're on the wall, and I guess you can see. Oh, no, you can't.
I don't have the slides.
Oh, that's all right. They're on the back wall. I didn't see them until tonight, but they turn out pretty good, I think. I figure. And so I'm going to read this thing. So I was walking down Main Street, and it's one of those things I don't usually stop when people ask for change, but one day this guy stopped me and he said, can I trade you some wisdom for a couple of bloonies? And I said, sure. And he said, the night would love you senseless if you let it in. Tear you wide and leave you breathless if you let it in. And he said you need to open your heart wide and suck in the sun, taking each contraction one by one, giving your mind time to unwind and find room to give birth to the idea that you are whole. That there's an unknown quantity of magic tragically trapped somewhere between your mind and your heart, and if you start to take apart your toes, it'll flow through your socks and make a mockery of the moment you were swollen shut by fear. And he said, by you, I mean me. You see, there's a moment each morning where a warning comes from the dark part of my heart. The beast within begins to bellow and say, hello, honey, I'm getting hungry, and your apathy is looking mighty tasty. And in case we forget, and by we, I mean me, him, her, he, she, has a choice to give voice to that noise within, to amplify the echo or let go, and become the sword that is slicing and dicing the beast within. And the night would love you senseless if you let it in. Tear you wide and leave you breathless if you let it in. And by me, he said, I mean the one who's scared, the me who's never dared, the me that still cares what you think, the me who's drinking doubt from a spiral spout of a spineless toad and trying to silence that true me that knows he's had enough, that knows there's love everywhere around me. And he said, I will fight that other me, the one who let the angry, hippie-hating savages eat my firstborn joy and then stood there silent while they puked it back up all over me. I'll fight that me who was too scared to cut off their cocks and beat them with them. And I'll fight that me who let the nihilists rape my dreams. And he said, I'm constantly peeling elephants from my chest in an effort to breathe freely. And every time there's new meaning. And I lost it. Oh my God. That's why I have the book here. I'm constantly peeling elephants from my chest in an effort to breathe freely, and there's new meaning in putting strides together and trying. Like salmon and dung beetles, swimming upstream and piling shit. Knowing it stinks, and I may never get there, but I will not stop trying. In the face of elephants and shit and nihilists and rushing water, I will defend my dreams amidst those savages' screams, and I'll say to them all, bring on your darkness, for it makes me whole. And every time I kick your ass, I grow. And the night would love you senseless if you let it in. Tear you wide and leave you breathless if you let it in. Thanks, folks. Before I leave, sorry, I was going to do this beforehand. Thank you very much. I'd like to tell you about a really cool thing. I run the Spillious Speak and Sing, which is an open mic for music and poetry. And this Wednesday, it's pretty cool. I have a couple of really, really awesome poets, and they're coming here all the way from Australia. I think that's pretty darn cool. They're also going to be on Wax Poetics that day, right? What time is that on?
2 to 2:30.
2 to 2:30. So you can listen to the radio, and then you can come down to the Cottage Bistro, which is at 29th and Main, and hear a couple awesome poets from Australia do their thing, along with a bunch of other awesome people. If you want information about it, come and talk to me. Thank you for being here and supporting this and being awesome people. Thanks, folks.